So this is a pretty major update. Setup wise is very, very similar to how things previously have been set up, but debugging issues and other various things are in completely different places. It is way easier to run now, and it's faster, it's more accurate, it's better overall. All right. So before we get into that, just so you guys know, we are Rootkit, a nonprofit organization here in the US of A. What are we about? We're about education. We issue certifications if you pass our certification exams. You don't need to go to college. College is a scam. Everyone hates college. Don't go to college. We can get you a job. The last person we got hired with a job, 6 figures. All right, no college at all. All right, no college. Why? We like making fun projects to teach people how to program. If you're here just for an easy executable cheat to get up and running and start using your games, guess what? Leave now. I don't care about you, and you're not going to get anything from this, so leave now. If you're interested in being challenged, hey, we got challenges. We got 3 different levels of challenges for you for this Aimbot, all right? We've just pretty much organized everything and made it more user-friendly. So let's go ahead and get into this. To get things running, it's very, 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 very easy. Yes, this is all publicly available. So let's go ahead. So if you guys don't know, like I just said, we're Rootkit. You can go to the site, learn all about us, get certified through us. It's really that easy. We work internationally. We've trained people internationally. We've got people hired all over the world. All right. You're not special. You're not unique. We've dealt with your case before. So come get trained, come get certified. It's really that easy. All right. After that, if you don't know about me, I'm Elijah. I'm one of the founders here at Rootkit. I've been developing for a very, very long time and worked with a bunch of different organizations, including the US government, all right, doing lots of cool things with them. So to get our Aimbot, you simply have to go to github/rootkit.org and then /aimbot. The link is in the in the bottom of all of our videos. I guess I'll put it in the chat right now, and I'll go ahead and put it in the Discord chat. But if you're in the Discord, most likely you already got this. So let me make sure Discord's still good. Okay, so all you have to do to start off is download it. So click on this little code button right here and download it as a zip file. All right, download it as a zip file. Put it, for the love of God, if you're not used to any of this stuff, put the zip file on your desktop, uncompress it. So let's go through the steps here. We're gonna download. Once it's done downloading, we're gonna click on it. It's gonna open, and once it opens, we're going to take the contents out and we're gonna put it on the desktop, all right? Just do that for the love of God, all right? Make your life easy so you know where it is. After that, all you have to do to get this running, you can go ahead and look through our beautiful guide here. There are 3 different versions of this bot, right? Fast, faster, and fastest. Think of it as a video game. Fast works. It works just fine, all right? Works just fine for most people. It's very easy to get set up. There should be no problems with you getting it set up and running it. It should just pretty much be 5 minutes and you're done. Faster, a little more complicated. All right, a little bit more complicated. It's going to require you to edit some files. All right. If you can do that, then you will get a better experience, almost twice as good. And fastest only works with NVIDIA's GPUs. So if you don't have an NVIDIA card, do not try to run it. It's not going to work for you. All right, it's not going to work for you. You should just upgrade to an NVIDIA card because AMD ones just suck in general. All right. So the fastest is extremely complicated. It is enterprise level hard. What does that mean? Well, the tools that are used in it are enterprise level tools that normal people don't use. So if you're using them, that's not normal. So put that shit on your resume, all right? With our new updates, it now works on it should work just fine on a 980. Now, if you have a lower end card than that, that's fine. It will still work. It just won't be really usable. 980 is pretty much the minimum for like having it at a usable state. Next thing, you need to download this. All right, requirements. You need to download this. How do you download it? Well, click on the damn link that I supplied, all right? I didn't supply it for you just to look at it and go over it. Go to here, click on Windows, 64, whether you have 10 or 11, and install this thing, all right? Install this thing to your computer. After you've done that, just keep following these text instructions, all right? It's pretty much as simple as it gets. So download and unzip the AI Aimbot and stash the folder somewhere handy. Your desktop is a beautiful place to do that. So unzip it, put it on your desktop. Ensure you got Python installed. If you don't know what Python is, that's a programming language. You need to install it. How do you install it? We'll click on this link here. You must have 3.11. If you've dabbled in Python before, great. Download 3.11 and use 3.11 for this, all right? You can use other versions like 3.10, but some of the instructions specifically for the fastest version are gonna be slightly tweaked for you, all right? This is not like a complicated tweak. It's actually very, very simple, but for some people it breaks their brain, all right? So it's best just not to even deal with that. Just go with 3.11. If you're having any issues, which is common after installing Python, because when you install it by default, it has a little box that's very easily skippable and passable, and that's for adding it to your path. If you don't add it to your path, you're gonna get these issues. So when you're installing Python, pay attention. There's a little checkbox somewhere at the bottom while you're clicking through those pages that's gonna say like add to path. You need to click on that. If you don't click on that, watch these videos if this is the issue or if this is the issue, all right? I got you covered already. Next, you need to open up PowerShell or command prompt. All right, PowerShell or command prompt. How do you do that? Well, press the Windows key, type in PowerShell, you've opened it up. Or press the Windows key and type in command prompt, and bam, you've done that. All right, that's all you gotta do. Next, we need to install PyTorch. We need to install PyTorch. So after you've installed Python and everything's up and running and working, you can install PyTorch. If you have an AMD GPU or no GPU at all, then you need to copy this line of code and you need to run it in your command prompt. So let's go and open up PowerShell here, and we just need to paste it in here and press enter and run it. I don't want to run that one because I have an NVIDIA. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to paste it in here. Why are you not pasting? Let's go ahead and copy and pause. Why are you doing this to me right now? There we go. And we're going to run that, and that's almost all of your setup. I'm seeing that there is a potential issue in the pre-setup here. I guess I removed one of the instructions that make it easier for normal people. So the next instruction here, at least on the previous one, is if you installed the AI Aimbot, you have in your zip folder. All right, you have in your zip folder, and you put it to your desktop, like I told you guys to do. The next step, which I'll go ahead and add, so people watching this later, this will already be added. You're gonna want inside of this thing to type in CD space, take this folder, drag it and drop it, right? Drag it and drop it. What CD does is it lets us change our directory, aka it's basically the equivalent of you double clicking on this folder, right? We're doing that, but inside of our terminal here, right? It's literally the equivalent of double clicking the folder. Once we're inside of the folder, we've double clicked it basically. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is run this command, right? We can copy, paste this command right here, and don't do this. Paste, press enter, and congratulations, you've done everything you need to do in order to run the fast version. We don't have to do absolutely anything else, all right? Some of you who have never programmed before may run into an issue, all right? This is an issue only right now because our Better Cam library is just brand new. We haven't made it into an easily downloadable state for people, all right? So, you may get an issue that says you do not have Git installed. All right, Git is a very universally used programming application. To solve that issue, go to your interwebs and just type in Git download. All right, click on the first link here and choose your operating system and just download it. Download and install it. I'll go and put this into the chats for you guys. All right. So if you run into that issue, that is how you solve it. So we have done pretty much everything we needed to do in order to set this up all properly. All right. Next is our how to run instructions. All right. That was the pre-setup. Now it's the actual run setup time. Let me go ahead and move this around so it looks a little better. So if we want to run the fast version, pretty much everything's done. We're set up. It was that easy. All right. We just needed to do some of these weird things because this is the whole point of this project is we're leaving it intentionally in this state to get you into programming. All right. I don't care if it becomes your job or not, but you need to know programming. If you don't know programming in this current age, and especially if you're below 20 and you're watching, man, you really want to work minimum wage, don't you? You need to know how to be a programmer, all right? Especially moving forward. It is vital. It is vital because you will have an edge above everyone else. That means you will be better than everyone else. You will make more money than everyone else. So just learn it, all right? Does not need to be your main profession. Just know it. All right, so we need to open up PowerShell or command prompt. We already have PowerShell and command prompt opened up, so we don't need to do anything there. Oh, here's that instruction. I got to move this one over to the other one. So type in CD, then CD space. It doesn't really show up as well here. Then drag and drop your folder onto the terminal, press enter. We've already done that, right? So I don't need to do that again. If you close this, so if I close this right now and I reopen it, you have to do it again. You have to go through all the steps again. So not all the steps, not the setup steps, these steps. So we have to reopen up PowerShell. We need to type in CD space, drag and drop our folder onto it, press enter. All right. Now we're into the Aimbot step. We're about to launch the Aimbot for the first time. We copy Python main.py. That is not it. Python main.py. And we press enter. Congratulations, you've successfully ran the Aimbot. When you run the Aimbot, you're going to see, it's going to take a second, and you're going to see a list of all of the windows that are currently available on your computer. I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I'm going to do it in, why are you being weird? I'm going to do it in here, so that way it's, gosh darn it. So that way it's a little bit more zoomed in and easier for everyone to see. So let's go and do Python main.py, press enter, and bam, after a couple seconds here, we're gonna see everything pop up for all of the windows that we have available for us to use the Aimbot on, which pretty much everything. Why are you taking so long? Don't be glitchy right now, please. This is not the time. There we go. Took a second. Pretty slow sometimes. Honestly, it's never been that slow for me before. This is going to be a list of all of the windows you have currently open on your computer. So I got a bunch of files, Spotify, web browser. Don't look too closely. There might be some sensitive stuff. All right, cover your eyes. All you have to do is follow the damn instructions. Come on, you guys. Most of you guys that are joining the Discord and asking questions, I truly do get entertained by your pain because I'm like, there's the instructions, just follow them. If you have issues, go ask the WonderBot, all right? Go ask the WonderBot in Discord. If you don't know what the WonderBot is, don't worry, we'll show you here in a second. Follow the instructions. People get to this step and they're like, what am I supposed to do? Well, come on, please just read it. Enter the number corresponding to the window you'd like to select, right? These should be familiar to you because they're currently open on your desktop. Which one do we want to select? Well, we want to select our game, so let's go ahead and open up a damn game first. If you're opening up Windows after the fact, you need to close this and then redo it when your game is open. So let's go and start up everyone's favorite, except for mine, I hate it, CS2, shall we? So let's go ahead and wait for this bad boy to launch up. And while it's launching up, I guess we'll look at some questions here. I actually clicked the box and I still had it manually do it. Yeah, that sucks then. That happens sometimes, especially if you have multiple versions of Python. You'll have to do that because you'll have a bunch of environmental variables set. Come on, go away, stupid game title. All right. So, if you'll let me in, we can go ahead and restart the bot here because it takes a second to load up all the windows. So while it's doing that, can you give me CS? Don't crash on me, please. There we go. Go ahead and play. Let's go practice. Casual. Go. Man, I should have restarted my computer before this. I don't know why it's chugging so slowly on this right now. Come on, buddy. There we go. So let's find CS2. Here it is. It's number 4. So let's press 4, press enter. Now we need to click on the game itself. So I'm going to click on the game itself, and that's it. You'll see it's going to do some final setup, but when you know it's running for a fact, you're going to see it say CPS and then a number, right? CPS is corrections per second. It's pretty much 1-for-1 with frames per second. It's how many times you are moving every second, all right? Ideally, you want it at 60. If you're running the game at 60, you're playing at 60, you want it to go at 60. Anything more than that doesn't really give you benefits, all right? It's really unusable when it's at 20 or below. So right now it's running, we're getting about 20, 27, 29. My computer is slow right now. If we press caps lock, just like the instructions said, caps locks, you guys, holy crap, the instructions tell you, that will turn on the aimbot. So if we turn it on, we'll see the aimbot is going right now. Down here, and we'll see it's starting to move closer. There we go. It's starting to aim for us on people. Alright. It is fully working. Alright, it's fully working. Press Q at any time to end. If you press Q at any time, including in-game, if you press the Q key, it will end the bot. So if you are playing a game where you have to press the Q key, it will end the bot on you. You need to change that to something else. Alright? And there are instructions here, and we'll go over them on how to change that. So, this works. It will work fine. As you can see, I am streaming on Discord. I am streaming on Streamlabs, running a game and doing this bot. All right, that's a pretty bad worst case scenario. Right, I'm getting anywhere between 20 and 30 CPS on a 38. All right, this one works for most people. There's no reason to do and give yourself the headache if this is working just fine. This next one, the faster version, uses Onyx. This one is slightly more complicated to get set up, very, very slightly, all right? But it can give you double the performance, all right? So there are only, 2 additional steps, technically 3 additional steps you have to do with this one, all right? Very simple, just a couple additional steps. Number 1, there's a file in here called config.py. You need to open this up. This has all of the options for the aimbot. So if we open up config.py, you're going to see all the options here, and we leave little documentation pieces here for you so you can understand what these do, what they're supposed to do. All right. If you don't know what they do, don't mess with them because you're going to mess up the bot. All right. I'm all for trial and error though. Mostly I say that is if you're going to mess with them and break things, don't come back to the Discord whining to me. Go ask Wonder. All right, go ask Wonder. If you get fed up, revert it back to just re-download the whole thing, right, and keep it the original way, because you will hurt your head. But programming is all about hurting your head and wanting to die sometimes. All right, that's okay. That's a normal feeling. I get people that complain and whine all the time. It took me 20 million hours to get this. Congratulations, welcome to programming. All right, you get paid to sit around and have your head hurt all day. All right, and then finally figure something out. But when you do. Oh my god, it's like cocaine, you guys. Holy shit. Okay, so in here we need to set the Onyx choice item to either 1, 2, or 3 if you have an CPU, an AMD or NVIDIA GPU, or NVIDIA only. All right, NVIDIA only sometimes I guess is faster for people. For me, the AMD one is actually faster. This is not actually AMD. It's using Direct ML, which is the equivalent of DirectX 11 or 12. It's made by Microsoft. It's completely unrelated, but it lets you run it with an AMD GPU. So again, if we go to the config file, you'll even see it here. All you have to do is just change this option to 2, 1, or 3 based off what you have. If you're going to use 3, you have extra setup. So NVIDIA people have extra setup if they're using option 3. They need to run these 2 lines of code. How do they do that? Copy it, click in here, and paste it. And it doesn't want me to paste, so we'll just type it out. Pip install Onyx runtime tac GPU. There we go. That was number 1. Number 2 is going to be pip install CuPy tac CUDA 11x. That is it. That is it. Slightly more complicated. You're going to get double the performance now. All right, double the performance. The last step, and this is for everyone, is now instead of saying python main.py, you now need to type python main onyx.py. All right, tells you right there. So let's go python main underscore onyx py. If we press enter, it works exactly the same. We're going to wait here for a second for all of our games to show up. Once all of our games show up, we go through the list and find, for example, CS2. All right, we'll type in 4. Great. Now we got to go to our game, and it will be working. And you should see on it, we're using the what do you call it? The CUDA one, which honestly I don't get as good of results. Is this running CPU? CUDA not available. Don't know why it is, but I'm going to change it to the AMD one because I actually get better results for that one. I don't know why. I do. Don't ask me why. Some other people, they get better results with the NVIDIA one, with an NVIDIA card. All right, so let's go ahead. It's 4 again. Let's press 4, press enter. Let's go into here, practice, go. And you're gonna see here, I'm getting quite a bit more. I was getting what, 20 to 30 before. Now I'm getting 70, almost 70. So quite a bit of extra performance. If we get into game, I press caps locks. I'm not holding the mouse, and you're gonna see, there you go. It's aiming. It's aiming for me right now, automatically. All right. So you gotta kind of keep it on them. But remember, caps locks. You gotta keep the caps lock on. All right. So you're gonna see sometimes bouncing like this, where it's like bouncing back and forth. All right. Congratulations. I don't sit here and care about this enough to perfect it. All right. There are lots of things you can do as an individual to make this better. This is a base layer thing. It's the best thing you can get out there. It's pretty much what there's a lot of people that are selling the same thing online for $100. It's just ours. They're selling you ours. But it's a challenge for you to improve upon it. All right. There are settings in here to help with the bouncing back and forth. That's going to be the AAM. We'll go over the settings more here in a second. All right. It's that easy to get the faster setup. The fastest is hard. Don't try the fastest unless you want something complicated, hard, and it may hurt your head. If you follow the instructions exactly, it should be like 5 minutes. Easy, in and out. What's the quote, Rick and Morty? 20-minute adventure. All right, in and out, easy, right? It never works out for that for most people. All right, it's fine if you struggle. This is enterprise level hard crap. You have to sign up for an NVIDIA account, not like the normal an NVIDIA developer account, just to download these stuff. All right, so this is a link to the last setup video that we did. Watch it. Everything is exactly the same, except now we have the hard requirement of you must be using 3.11 for Python and 11.8 across the board. You can use other versions of CUDA besides 11.8 if you want. They will work. Just don't expect very much help in the Discord, because that's on you if you want to go outside of the realm of things. Wonderbot will be able to help you. All right. If you have issues, let's go and bring in the Wonderbot here. Hello, Discord. If you have questions at any time, you can go ahead and go in here and ask at Wonder, right? At Wonder, how can I set up the bot? All right. Or if you have questions or whatever, it knows everything about the bot. Ask it. It will tell you the answer. People, it will tell people the answer all the time in Discord, and they'll be mad because they'll be like, what, this is not the answer, I already tried this. I'm like, son, that's exactly what I would have told you. So don't be pinging me, because you're not going to get a different answer from me. It's going to tell you exactly the same thing that I'm going to be telling you. There's very few different cases where it won't, right? Very few different cases where it won't. And most of those people who are watching right now know that I will tell you if the bot is wrong, all right? So let's go ahead and continue. All right. So last time we did forget in the last setup video, which caused a lot of people issues, we forgot to tell them how to set up the environmental variables. So we have that here down below. So we'll get to that here in a second. Next, just telling you, if you get in an issue, just add the Wonder bot in the Discord and it will help you. Next step 4, look at that. We're going through these steps like they're nothing, all right? Install Kupai CUDA 11X. Well, congratulations. If you ran this version, you've already done that. So we don't need to do that. So let's skip to the next one. We need to install cuDNN. All right. So let's go and click on that link. It's going to take us to this page where we're going to log in to an NVIDIA account. If you don't need one, just make one. It's free. All right. I told you this is enterprise level stuff. So go ahead and do that. Once you do that, you're going to get a file, a zip file installed. Let me see if I can find mine because I'm not wanting to go through re-downloading it. Okay, I don't know where it all is. So give me like 2 seconds to log back in here to my NVIDIA account. Why is it not showing up? There we go. Where's my email? Oh, sorry guys, gotta log into that. It usually doesn't log me out, so unanticipated right here. Come on, verify. Not now. We're going to keep our account in an insecure space because we like living on the edge. All right, it just installed or downloaded it. All right, so it's downloading it right now. We're going to open it when it's done downloading. All right, we're going to have this nice folder here. All right, this is where things start going crazy. All right, just going off the walls. Once you download it, if you open it up, there's going to be 3 folders in there. All right, I guess I should update this a little bit because this step also needs to be put right here. So I'll go ahead and fix that for you guys. So pretty much for most of you, you can copy this path right here. You can go to your file explorer, and in your file explorer, you can pretty much just paste that and press enter. What is going on with my copying and pasting? Copy, paste. But it's literally not copying. Okay, C/programs, program files / I can just put it right here /NVIDIA. There we go, and there we go. So this is where you're gonna be. Thanks for the sub. Okay, so this is where you're going to be when you go to that. All right, it will be here already because when you installed CUDA Toolkit, which was the requirement before, and you need 11.8, the link on here will take you to 11.8. You'll have this, all right? You should have it exactly in this location. Once you go here, you're gonna see a bunch of folders here. Here's your cuDNN. There's folders here too. Copy all of them, drag them over. That's it. All right, just drag them over. Just take them, drag them over, let them copy over, and that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this because I don't want to wait for it. Once you're done with that, we need to do that one more time, but instead we're going to be doing it with this thing called TensorRT, another NVIDIA product, right? So click on this link. When you click on this link, it's going to start downloading it immediately once you're logged in. So it's downloading right now. You're going to open this thing up. once you open this thing up, you're gonna have a folder here. Double click into the folder, you're gonna have a bunch of stuff here. Once again, just that simple. We're going to cancel that one. Same thing, all these folders, highlight all of them, drag them over, let go. Just copy them all over, just like that. That simple, all right? Don't need to overthink it. That is pretty much almost all of the setup, all right? That is pretty much almost all of the setup. There is one last piece to this setup, right? That is right here. We need to actually install TensorRT to Python, right? So that download all the critical files, but now we need to run this. This should work for 99% of people, because if you followed all the steps beforehand, this should work for you, right? This should work for you. So all you do is copy it like I did before, paste it, press enter, all right, and it will do magic. What is happening with this? Great question. In here, one of the folders you copied over was called Python. Inside of this Python folder, there's a bunch of crap, right? There's a bunch of crap. Basically, there's 3 different versions of TensorRT in here. There's the normal version, lean, and dispatch. Don't ask me what lean and dispatch does. I don't use TensorRT that enough to know. But we just want the full versions down here. You'll see they're pretty much exactly the same with their naming, except for one part. 36, 37, 38, 39, 310, 311. What does that mean? That is your Python version. So if you're running an older version of Python, then you need to use the one that corresponds to your Python version. None of this works on Python 3.12. Do not download in Python 3.12. Use 3.11, right? Once you do that, you're pretty much done. The last step is going to be adding these to your path, all right? Adding these to your environmental variables. How do you do that? Press the Windows key, type in environmental variables. There's a button here for environmental variables. Click on that. Double click on path here, all right? If this doesn't work well for you, go to the system variables down here. There will be another path item. Double click that one for you, all right? And in here, you're going to want to then click on new, add item 1, click on new, add item 2, click on new, add item 3, all right? Add all 3 of these, click on OK, all right? That's simple. After you do this change for your environmental variables, you need to close all of your terminals out because they don't take an effect until your terminals are closed. So if you have something like PowerShell open and you made that change and you go back and try to use it, it's not going to work. You need to close it and reopen it. If you're using something like VS Code here, same thing. Close VS Code, all of them completely, because I always run a bunch of them at the same time. So close all of them, reopen it, it will work for you. Once you have this bad boy done, it should just run. You do not have to do these steps unless you're having an issue, right? The issue is if you have context equals none, all right? If you ask Wonderbot, it will tell you the answer, which is pretty much you run these steps. So after that, we can go in here and we can type in Python main _ TensorRT, right? Slightly different version. We press enter, and now we're running it. So exactly the same as the other ones. You're going to see we're going to get about twice the performance though. All right, so we got CSGO. It's on 9, so we'll press enter. We'll go to CSGO, and we'll go to play, practice, and there we go. We're getting 118, 115 right now. So fast is good enough for most people. Faster is actually like way too much for almost all of you guys. Fastest, way too much power. All right, fastest is actually insane. Why is this available or now just possible? It's because I did some optimization and now we're using better cam, which is our solution. You'll see with the higher CPS, things will be potentially a little bit bouncier. Why? Is because it overshoots a little bit more. So you'll need to pretty much. Like, I'm not moving the mouse at all, you guys. I'm not moving the mouse at all. That's all just the bot. So what was I gonna say? The higher CPS is actually really nice, but the better thing is, the best thing of it all, and please stop asking in the Discord about Fortnite specific models. The YOLO ones are gonna work just fine for all your games. Your Fortnite specific ones are not gonna work any better. What you need is a better graphics card, and you need to use a better model. We're using the small YOLO V5 small. They go up to extra large, baby, all right? The only way you can run those is if you have a higher end GPU. We give everyone the small one by default. All of our stuff runs the small one by default. We now are giving the medium one in here because with the speed improvements we've done, you can easily run the medium. So I can run the medium one now. Additionally, with these improvements, by default, YOLO works in a 640 by 640 pictures. It will analyze 640 by 640 pictures. We downgrade everything for speed to 320 to 320. All right, you cannot just go in here and change this to 640 unless you're doing the normal main.py one, the fast one, not the faster or the fastest one. If you want to use the full 640, you can do that on the faster or the fastest one, but you'll need to re-export the Onyx model or the TensorRT model for that. That's more of a complicated setup. You're going to get less help if you want to go down that path. That's more going to be you and Wonder chatting and getting a beautiful connection together. All right. But that allows you, with these speed improvements, that allows you to do so much more because you having the bot see more means you can do more, you can predict more. There's just so much more you can do. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. So, last thing we're going to go over before we start going through questions that you guys have is the config file. The config file right here, screenshot, height and width, don't mess with it. Unless you know what you're doing, don't mess with it. All right, if you mess with it, you're going to ruin. This does not do what you think it does. All right, yeah, it does mess with how much we're screenshotting on the screen, but also it correlates directly to what size image is being fed to the bot, and the bot only works with 320 by 320 images unless you go through the steps to set it up, all right, to change it. A right shift, if you're using things like Fortnite, New World, anything that's in third perspective, use this to move the camera off, because what will happen is if you run this bot right now in something like Fortnite, it will identify your person or their hands holding the gun because it's going to be kind of in the center of the screen, and it will pick up on that and it will start moving towards their hands. All right, so you'll need to adjust this to get it out of the way. Usually 150 works, somewhere around 150 works for most people. Now, this can be greatly improved upon, and I might actually release an update here in the next couple months to make this even better, where we'll introduce masking. Masking means that you don't need to deal with the AA right shift anymore. Instead, we're just going to straight up ignore your hands. All right, we'll get into that when we set that up later. Movement amp, if you see things are moving too fast and overshooting way too much, lower this. Anywhere between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So right now it's at 0.4. If it's overshooting way too much, lower this even further, right? Or if it's not moving fast enough, increase this. Do not increase it too much. Do little increments at a time. Confidence. This is how confident the AI is that is a person. Right now it's set up at 0.4. 0.4 means 40%. So it needs to be 40% confident that is a human. If you're getting a lot of false positives, mess with this. Increase it so it's more confident, or if it's not identifying anyone, lower it. So it has lower confidence, means it will identify more things. How to quit the aimbot. This is how you change it. All right, it's set to Q right now. You want to go in here and change it to A, you can change it to A. You want it to be B, change it to B. All right, whatever you want to do, go ahead, you can change it there. Headshot mode means that by default, we're going to not aim at the center of mass, we're going to aim slightly upwards. This may not be where the head is in most games. You can just turn this off, or you can go to the code and adjust the percentages manually, because all we do is we move it a percentage up. All right. CPS display, this is the CPS that's being shown down below. You can turn that off. Technically, it will give you slightly more performance, but not that much. Visuals, if you turn this on, you will see what the bot sees, all right? So if we set this to true, we run our TensorRT version, you're gonna see that we're gonna get a little box that shows up that shows us what the bot is currently seeing. Center of screen, don't mess with this. This makes it so if there's a group of people before with older versions of the bot, if there were a gaggle of people in front of you and the bot saw all of them, it would just rapidly switch between them all. This makes it so the bot's much smarter and doesn't just rapidly go across. One of our volunteers actually contributed that. All of this is contributable. If you make cool adjustments, make your own custom models, your own custom scripts, you can make a pull request and send it to us and we'll put it up here live, all right? Lots of people have contributed. Additionally, if you improve the bot at all, and it's not too improved, all right, not too improved, it's a fine balance, just ask, all right? Just ask. You can add your code contributions, all right? So let's go ahead and see this in Counter-Strike real quick, the visuals. So if we go here, once it fully starts up, we're gonna get another window. Here it is, this is the visuals. So right now, it says this hand is a person and it's going to try to move towards this hand. We go into game. You'll see this is a 320 by 320 thing in the center of the screen. Do not move, if you're playing in window mode, do not move your game. If you move your game, look, watch this. It's going to move look, now it's not taking a screenshot of your game anymore. All right, that will ruin the bot completely. You have to restart the bot at that point. I'm gonna move this, hopefully that's not too far off. I'm not going to turn on the bot because we just want to show this. So you can see that's what it's identifying. That person right there. It even tells you how confident that is a human or not. As you saw before, it doesn't need to know it's a human. It can pick up that it's a human if it just sees, for example, feet, hands. All right. You don't need to be super specific. You don't need a damn specific bot for your dumb Fortnite game, all right? It knows what a human is to a fundamental level, all right? And then the last is your Onyx choice, which we've already seen. So let's go ahead and go over some Q&A, and then we can also go over the actual code if you guys want also. So let me pull up the Discord here. That's not what I want. And oh, well, the Discord was not actually, what the heck? I don't know what was going on in the Discord, but I guess I wasn't streaming on there. So I guess YouTube people got it only. So let me go ahead and start the stage again. AI Aimbot. Let me go and share my screen. I don't know why Discord is just so damn glitchy sometimes. Let's pull up YouTube live stream chat. Okay, do you need a 2000 series card? No. 980 and above. Fade looking crisp. Thanks, buddy. Is this program available to the public? Yes. It's 100% free. Looks like you got the link. I would get trained, etc., but in the UK, you have to go to college else it's illegal. Cool, then do that and then leave. No programming job requires, unless it's a gov-related job, no programming job requires college. You'll see it literally anywhere. Go look at Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Google, wherever you think something requires a degree, it doesn't. All right, look at me. I don't have a degree. I've never needed it. All right. And I've worked at a lot of cool places. You don't need one. You do not need one. It helps if you get certified. Get our cert. You just learning on yourself is not going to be sufficient for most of you because you will not learn enough. Get our cert. Our cert is better than a 4-year degree and you can get it in a year. All of the videos we've already created. It's 100 days of rootkit. There's a whole playlist for 100 days of us teaching everything you need to know to get our comp sci cert. It is a hard cert to get. It is better than a 4-year degree, and you can get it in literally a year or less, especially if you're just crazy. If you're in school right now, all right, what are you doing? We can get you a job when you're 18. You'll be making more than your parents. What are you doing? Just get the cert. It's really not that hard. This is not magic. This is just literally reality. There's a job shortage for devs right now. especially for high quality devs. All right. What version of CUDA do you? Why is this thing? What version of CUDA 10.11 server? Don't look up any versions. Just use the one that I linked. That's going to be CUDA Toolkit 11.8. 11.8. What versions of Windows do you have? Windows version doesn't matter. It works on 10 plus. 10, 11, the server versions, it doesn't matter. It's going to work on all of them, right? It's going to work on all of them. I love this channel. How dare you? That's very rude. Why would you ever say something like that? When selecting the model in terms of speed and performance, what should we look for? You should, honestly, I mean, the fastest one is the best one to run if you have an NVIDIA GPU. But go until you're comfortable. If you don't want to do too much work, that's fine. Just run the fast one. Make it easier for yourself. We've done our job by exposing you to programming and getting you to download Python, and now you're set up to start becoming a dev. All right, we've done our job. You've gotten what you want. If you want something more complicated, run Onyx. It's really not that hard to get set up. Right? Run the Onyx one. It gives you twice the performance. Right? It's gonna be great. And that gets you a little bit more exposure to programming. If you want to run the TensorRT one, don't come whining to me if you have an issue. I know you're gonna have an issue. WonderBot is set up to help you with those issues. Go ask WonderBot and follow everything exactly. The main issue people have is they don't listen and follow exactly what they're doing, right? If you're doing the fastest, expect a challenge, but expect it to be very rewarding at the end. And you should feel very accomplished and proud of yourself because, again, that's an enterprise level tool. Most developers in the world, let alone machine learning developers, don't mess with TensorRT. Right? That's some high-end stuff. It's a part of an elite club, all right? Is this better than Lunar? Yes. Lunar is the equivalent of the fast one on a good day. Yeah, it's not even close, right? I don't even think Lunar is maintained anymore. I don't recommend you using Lunar. 7 months it was updated. That's actually a lot more recently than I thought. I thought it was updated like 2 years ago or something like that. Yeah, don't use it. This is going to be way faster, especially because of BetterCam. The release we did with BetterCam is literally the fastest screenshotting engine in the world for Python. There's nothing in the world that is faster than ours, which that alone is what's giving most of the performance improvements for our bot between version 2 and version 3, this current one. It's mostly the screenshot engine because it's way faster. And I'm thinking about, I was working on another release specifically for NVIDIA people to potentially make it even 20% faster. So you can actually make it even faster. All right. Let's see here. Yes, this will be saved on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, with the Discord. I don't know what's going on with Discord, but all this is recorded and saved on YouTube. I went crying to Wonder, but Wonder sent me to go whining to you. This is your time to whine. Our official events like this are your time to come whining to me with your questions. During the rest of the month, I don't really care that much. I'm looking, I can see if you ping me. If I don't respond to you, it means I don't want to respond to you. But this is your time to whine. If you have questions, this and then our event later, this Q&A right here in December, these are the time for you guys to come whine and ask me questions directly, right? The rest of the month, I don't really care that much. You're not going to get that much support. But these times, use them, abuse them. So if you have questions, like, start asking them right now. Does BetterCam work better in Python 3.9 or 3.11? I don't know. I haven't personally done that test. I was using it in 3.10. I just upgraded everything, including myself, to 3.11 a couple days ago with this update. And it worked pretty much the same in both. I don't think you're really going to see that big of a difference because most of it isn't Python dependent. It's actually C. It's pretty much C code and the underlying Windows processes. that's going to cause it. That issue, none type, has no attribute create execution context. This means you need to re-export the model. So if that means you're running the TensorRT one, and inside of the setting here, where's my nice pretty one? You need to run this. All right. And this is a lot of setup because you need to make sure you have this file, all right, before you do it, and then go in and run it. You can mess with these settings if you want, because these are a lot of settings. If you want the Onyx version, change this from Engine to Onyx. Why is TensorRT called Engine? I don't know. It's called Engine though. So that's where you can get it. I've been trying TensorRT for do not downgrade to 3.11. Use 3.9. Use 3.11. Use 3.11 if you don't want issues, or the least amount of issues possible. YOLO V3 tiny would be faster. I don't know, but don't use it. It's going to be way less accurate. So people always ask, why are we using 5 and not 8? 8's the latest, or is it 7? Whatever, I forget right now. It's because for most people, they don't have good enough hardware to run 8. 8 is more accurate, yes. It's also slower. Not by much, but it is slower, right? So 5 gives you the best of all worlds. Now, with our latest update, actually, it kind of makes more sense to switch to 8, because a lot of the slowdowns have been gone, but still, like, if I'm running on a 2080, which a lot of people have 2080s and like hardware comparable to that, or not very many people have 3080s, 4080s and plus, right? This one will still be the fastest. So it's kind of a debate on my end of like, do I want to make it so it works best for most people or best for only the high-end people? Who cares about high-end people? I already give you an option, which is using the medium models. All right, so the medium models are pretty much the same as V8. So just use that. Unless you want to go through the steps for upgrading to V8 or V7, whatever it was, then go through that. I think someone actually added a custom script here for V8. Yeah. So you can look at what they did and see how you could potentially update yours to use V8 also, right? Don't ask me about the custom scripts or the custom models. I don't support any of them. Ask the original creator. So if we look here, this was made by Adam Roden, so you can ask him, right? If you have questions. But I highly recommend you go check it out and figure it out yourself, right? That's kind of the whole journey and programming aspect is figure it out, man. Figure it out. Use your AI assistants. Use Bing Chat, or now it's called Bing Copilot. Yeah, I just said that. Use it. It's free GPT. Why wouldn't you use it? Or use the Wonderbot. So should I copy the question I asked Wonder here? Yeah, if you have questions, this is your time to ask them. So ask them right now, because you guys have me available. I don't mind answering questions right now. This is the time to ask me those irritating, annoying questions, which I will ignore you about any other time. What's up, Green Frog? I'm not checking. I thought you were DMing me. Yeah, I'm not checking anyone's DMs. Don't DM me. Just at me in any of the chat, in the community chats. ETA for masking feature. That's a good question. It's a good question. Depends on how I feel in December. Maybe it will come out towards the end. Maybe it's a Christmas present. I don't know. We'll see. Mostly because my current girlfriend likes playing Fortnite. I absolutely hate Fortnite. All right, but she wants me to play it with her, so I might as well do that if I'm over playing Fortnite, because it will help a lot. So we'll see. If you don't want to wait for me, figure it out yourself. We did a live stream a while ago talking about masking and how to do masking. So I highly recommend you finding that. I actually don't even know where it is myself. But maybe we'll also just develop it and do it live. I don't know. We'll see. But end of the year, maybe. If you're getting this error, it means that you didn't follow the install instructions. So to fix that error, you need to go read the instructions or have Wonder definitely told you the answer for that. Go to the README here. In the pre-setup steps, you need to do this step. This step will solve your issue, because this will install all of the dependencies that you need. If my question is related to an error, could I ask it? Yes, this is your time to ask errors. Right now, ask them, put them in the chat right now. If you have errors, issues, comments, concerns, this is your guys' time. Since things are popping off, I'll go for like another 10 minutes or so, all right? Let's see here. If I type Python main and cmd, nothing happens. I think I forgot nothing. So we just saw that live. When you type it right now, I don't know why on my computer, usually it's not that delayed, but it looks like it's a little bit delayed. So just sit there and wait. Someone would have to time it. I'm gonna guess it took like 30 seconds. I don't know why it's taking that long. I can look into that later potentially, but just sit there and wait for 30 seconds, a minute, something will pop up. The big thing is if you get an error, that means there's an issue. And if it just shows your command prompt, so if you like type it and it just goes back to an empty command prompt like that, that's an issue. But if it's like, if there's like nothing there and it's just hanging, so we can see right here, like if it's like this, where it's just kind of sitting there and it looks like it's thinking, trust me, it looks like it's frozen. Just give it a second. I don't think I understand what masking is. What will the masking feature do? Good question. Masking is the exact same thing like Photoshop. It's just like Photoshop. So if you're familiar with photo editing, then you know what masking is. So you know what else you can do? And look, we're in a new age. We're in the age of AI. Use your AI assistants. So much so, look, I still use Chrome, but for the love of God, I highly recommend you download the Edge browser or use it and use the AI assistant. They just renamed Bing Chat to Bing Copilot. So let's go over there and let's ask that question. I don't mean this to point it out dramatically with searching, but like this is a good way to figure out these issues. You can ask the WonderBot, which I highly recommend you ask the WonderBot. You can also use things like Bing Chat. So you can ask here and be like, what is masking? And we will get an answer. That is not the answer. What is masking in programming? All right, it's good to be specific a lot of the time. Stop responding. That was the dumbest response. We can also add, is this thing gonna, for the love of God, there we go. So this will give you a whole entire layout of what masking is. And WonderBot can also help you with this question. I prefer WonderBot all over all this. So let's go and give an example of WonderBot here. Let's go to the chat here. And let's say @Wonder. If you're posting in the chat here, I'm not looking at it. You need to go put it in this public stage chat. So if I do Wonder, what is masking? Masking in programming, explain it to me like I'm a child. Right? And we will get a beautiful response here in a couple seconds from Wonder explaining it. It can even give you and generate example code for you in Python if you want. Right? This is giving us some nice stuff here. Wait a second, I need Discord. Where'd it go? Did anyone post in? There we go. Anyways, to modify the recorded area. Any ways to modify the recorded area size? Yes. Where did I put Discord? I lost you guys for a second there. All right. Wonder, don't glitch on me right now. I think, oh, there we go. So you'll see Wonder just responded there. So Wonder said, imagine if you have a secret treasure map with some hidden spots that only you want to see. You place a blank piece of paper over your map and cut out tiny holes, cut out tiny windows over the spots you want to show others. Blah, 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 blah. You guys can read it yourself. All right. This is actually a really good definition of it. That is literally what masking is. Let's go ahead and go on here. In YouTube, any ways to modify the recording area? Yes, don't do it. Unless you know what you're doing, don't do it. This is it right here. All right, modify this. It's in pixels. Don't do it unless you really want to like go down a rabbit hole, or if you're more experienced dev, machine learning dev, then go ahead, have fun. By default, all the models are 640 by 640. That's what they understand. We're downgrading it to 320 to 320 for performance. All right. Maybe I should close this damn CS:GO. Clogging up my computer here. I followed every step exactly. Okay, you have the same issue I just said earlier. Whenever you get the none type create execution context, that means you're running TensorRT, and that means you have to go through the export step. So in the README here, you have to do this part at the end, all right? Because most likely what you did is you didn't download 11.8 for everything, and you don't have Python 3.11. If you do, then it's just a fundamental hardware difference, and you need to re-export the model, right? This is how you go about re-exporting the model. If this is too much for you, then just run the Onyx version, all right? Re-export the model, perfect. Oh wait, Robbie was responding. All right, good, Robbie. I give you a thumbs up. I want to convert the YOLO v5s to .engine and the .onyx, but executing the command just ends without creating nothing. Okay. You are doing everything correct. This is the output you should see, and it should actually sit there and hang and look like it's broken or frozen for like potentially 10-20 minutes, and then you'll get the files that show up. I don't know why you're getting the same issue that I'm currently getting. I don't know why. Silence. But I recently I was able to re-export everything once, and then when I tried to do it again, it just wasn't working for me. It was pretty much doing exactly what you have here and then ending immediately. I don't know why. Because there's no error message or anything. Once I figure out, I will let you know, and I will add it to Wonderbot. But until then, I don't know. Restart your computer. That's my only solution, because it was late at night when it happened to me, and I haven't tried to attempt it again after restarting my computer. I was like, whatever, I'm done with this. They get it. They get it like this. Yeah, I think that's my problem too. Everything else, I think it is a problem with Onyx. Maybe it's a problem with Onyx. Maybe not. Is it possible? Could you go over how to export the model quickly? Yeah, we can actually try to go over it live. Let's see if it works or if it errors out like this. Let me go ahead and just check the YouTube chat. All right, so let's go over how to export the model live. So if you want to export the model live, I give you a link, which is right here. If you click on this link, it's going to take you to Ultralytics's repo. Now, again, I told you this is like, holy crap, this thing is chugging. Again, this is the expert mode. So it's going to be hard. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Look, it's intentionally like this. Just like a video game, there's easy, medium, expert level. This is like a video game too. All right, if you're going to play on expert level, expect it to be hard. You have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this page, and this is where you're going to see all of their exported models. They do have PT and Onyx models. The Onyx models and the PT models should work for you, just out of the gate. I've never used the Onyx models straight up. I've always re-exported them myself because I want the tac-tac half precision, which is what we support. If you use one of these ones, I don't think they'll have the half precision support, so it might actually throw an error when you use them. Find the one you want. So you want the .pt files. So if you want small, here's small. Here's nano. Here's extra large. And here's medium. Just click on it and download it. Right? Once you download it, you need to drag it into this folder. Right? Into the top level of this folder where all these other files are at. All right. Once you're in here, so I already have, for example, a small one. It's right here. Once you're in here, then you're pretty much set up to go. You can just run this line. So what's going on with this line? I don't know. Why is this stupid copy and paste not working? It's really irritating me. There we go. So what's happening on this line is export.py is the file that you're going to be running. Weights is going to be, that's the term for your model that's already trained. So there's your model, and your model by default is just random noise. And as you train it, the weights and biases will get put into place where it will work correctly. So that's going to be your .pt file. The tac include is going to be what you want to export it as. Engine is going to be TensorRT. Onyx is going to be for Onyx. They also support lots of other stuff. This is taken straight from Ultralytics. You can look right here to see all the different ones they support. This will even work on Mac OS, all right? I forget which one of these are for Mac OS, but these are all the different options you have, all right? Half is for half precision. So in machine learning, the numbers that are used are floating point numbers, aka numbers with decimal points. Everyone's most hated numbers, including computers, all right? Half precision means that you don't have to be as precise, basically. There's a certain amount of memory that's given to these numbers, and you're pretty much halving it, which means things run faster, right? Image size, since we're not using the native 640 by 640, we need to decrease it to 320 by 320. So this is how we do it. So the model will understand that we're going to feed it 320 by 320. Device 0 is not required. You can remove this if you want. This is basically telling it that you want the device 0. This means I want to run on my GPU, or if you want to run it on your CPU, I think you can just say CPU. So if you press enter, hopefully this, I feel like this is going to kill the stream or something, but you press enter and then it will start exporting it. It takes a while. It's going to hang like this for a while too. It's not broken. So yeah, usually before it was getting, okay, hey, it worked for me. It looks like it worked for me, because I guess I did it. Did I do the Onyx one? Oh yeah, I left it as Onyx, so it worked. I guess it's working for me now. All right, if you're having the issue, just restart your computer. But it looks like I just exported as an Onyx model. If you want to re-export it as the Onyx one, I guess is really quick. The engine one is going to be very slow. So make sure you don't have anything planned to do on your computer if you're going to do that. Pull up the chats here. Possible. So yeah, mine is when I run main.py. I don't know what that is in regards to. I followed every instruction, managed to make the fast and faster script work. Great. But can't make the fastest work. I didn't get any error while installing everything. Yeah, so that error that you have is for exporting. That's what we just went over. So re-export the model and it will work for you. I was going to try and downgrade Onyx to 1.13 since there was a problem with Onyx. You can try that. I don't see how that would solve anything, but you're free to go ahead and try that. Because right now, I'm telling you guys, right now I'm running Python 3.11, the latest one of 3.11, so it's 11.6. I think that's what it was. It literally, I'm linking it in the setup guide. If you install that and use it, if you run everything and install everything exactly how I link it in here, you won't have an issue. All right, it should run just fine, at least up to the Onyx one. The TensorRT, I personally am not familiar enough to know about TensorRT on whether it is hardware specific or not. It has in the past looked like it is hardware specific, which doesn't make sense for me because it looks like it works for half the people, and for the other half, they have to re-export it. I don't know why, right? Not that familiar with TensorRT to know the inner workings, so just go ahead and re-export it, but it will work. Is there any box feature? I don't know what a box feature means. If you're talking about highlighting in the visuals, it will highlight people with a box in the visuals. Yeah, me too. I reinstalled everything and downgraded some things, but it won't work. Sorry, might have missed a step, but we have to download an AI model and put it in the folder. Yes. Go rewatch that part on the YouTubes. Edge. Yeah, I know. But look, I still use Chrome for everything, but the only way to use Bing Chat is to use Edge. It's GPT-4 for free. That's internet aware. You don't want to pay it, then use that. All right. The other thing you could use is Wonderbot. Wonderbot is great. Wonderbot is GPT-4, so just use that. All right. We give you 5 messages for free. After that, you need to upgrade to a server sub. Just do it because we're upgrading it. Right now, the value is out the roof because we're upgrading it right now to be your personal tutor for programming. So it's going to help you start your programming career and get our certs. So we're building that out right now. It's not loading. Link. It stands around. That means that it. I'm not quite sure. Just rerun it, I guess. Excuse me. Rerun it. Close it. Rerun it again. Restart your computer. Rerun it again. Machine learning stuff is not. What do you call it? Stable. Right? Especially when you're using the fastest version. Look, the closer you get to enterprise level stuff, the more you realize the world built around you is on sticks and stones, and at any moment it will crash and not work anymore. Machine learning stuff is not stable a lot of the times. It is very much sketchy. All right, and it can mess up your computer. The biggest thing is restart. You need to install. You need to pip install Onyx every. No. So you don't need to pip install stuff every single time. You only have to do it once. So in the setup guide, everything that's in requirements and pre-setup only happens once. You only have to do this one time, and that is it. Never again. For the running fast, faster, and fastest, at least for fast and faster, every time you want to run it, like from a new day, you'll have to start from step 1 and go all the way up. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, yeah, you can skip some of these steps, because if you left your terminal open and you're already in the folder, yeah, you don't need to do these steps. All right. And if you left your settings saved like this for your Onyx choice, you don't need to do that. And if you pipped installed this stuff, you don't need to do it again. All right. It's already installed on your computer. All right. It's like the equivalent of reinstalling Chrome after you close it. Like, you don't need to reinstall Chrome after you close it. All right. It's fully installed on your computer. All right. I don't know why I just minimized that. In order to successfully re-export, the only working option, please make known this will work for nearly everybody. Oh, so you're saying that you need to pip install Onyx every time before you re-export it again? That doesn't make any sense. I guess you guys can try that. That doesn't make much sense to me why that would work. Just before exporting worked for me. It installed its own version of... Oh, did it install its own version of Onyx? I was not aware of that. I did not see that even happen. So yeah, that might be a potential issue. How can I recenter the recording? Close it and reopen it. Close the bot out, press Q, and reopen and restart the bot. That's how it will recenter, right? So if you move the game window, just do that. By the way, when I tried to export the .onyx alone, it worked, but as soon as .engine is there, it's bugged. So it might be something with TensorRT, maybe. It worked for me once. I don't know why. I'm not gonna run it again right now. I want to, but I'm not gonna run it again right now because I'm afraid it's gonna cut the stream or something. Yeah, you can try pip uninstall Onyx. So uninstall Onyx before you do the export. I guess see if that works according to. I don't know why it does this in the screen version. Why it hides people's names, but I already did even pip install force reinstall. Don't. He's saying like don't even reinstall, just uninstall it. I tried re-export, but I keep getting. I mean, there's one last fix that I can potentially do for that. I'll look into it, but for now, just don't run the TensorRT one. Don't run the TensorRT version. But like I said, it's extra mode. It's complicated. Some things don't make sense. It's unstable sometimes. So just don't run it. Just run the Onyx one. The Onyx is going to be more than enough. All right? Trust me. Okay. We've gone way over time. So I said like an extra like 10 minutes. For the performance difference between the small and the medium, it will definitely affect performance if you're already chugging along, but the accuracy is way better. It's actually like a lot more accurate for detecting people and getting less false positives, right? I highly recommend, if you have the hardware to do it, run the medium version, right? If you're getting, basically, how do you know if you can run the medium version? If you're running the small version and you're getting over 60 CPS, you can run the medium version. So run the medium version, see what you get. If you drop below 60, maybe not use the medium version, because keeping at 60 is honestly best, all right? But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. If you have more questions, ask Wonder, right? Right now, all of the subs, so if you go to the store, the server shop, you can get to it by clicking on this the subscriber channel. All of the roles right now will give you unlimited chats with the bot, all right? Later on, I don't know whenever I get around to it, it will reduce to potentially these messages a month. I think we're going to increase it actually. But right now it's unlimited. So do that. You support us because you would be paying $100 a month for this anyways if you went anywhere else. So help out a nonprofit, all right? Help out the charity, donate, become a supporter. There are more stuff coming, right? We do a lot more stuff than just this, right? We do events. We're doing a Python class tomorrow. We're doing a quantum computing class next week, all right? We do lots of things, and if you are a supporter, you can suggest any classes you want, and we'll most likely do them because not too many people that are supporters recommend things right now. So, awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for all the questions. These are super great. If that Onyx thing actually does work for more people, maybe I'll add it to the bot to Wonder so it will tell people to try that out. And I'll look into it myself when I have free time. Right? Is it possible? Not right now, sadly. I've looked into it, potentially the DM stuff, but I'm not too familiar with the Discord API stuff myself, so it's still pretty new to me. So this was just thrown together real quick. So the DM stuff also, I have like, I was messing with the server command stuff. So if you do like / you can see it won't actually do anything for you. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to show up right now. Discord just being dumb. There is a / command for Wonder. I think it's /chat. It's not going to work. It's not going to do anything. That could be your private chat stuff. In the meanwhile, it's not set up right now because of the Python discord.py library. I don't really like it that much in how it handles some stuff. It's kind of limiting, especially with the system I use for generating responses. It's not compatible right now at all. So the answer is no, not right now, but yes, in the future. Because when we do when it's doing private tutoring for people, it's because it will literally be your tutor and help you with your programming progress. That will be personal. So we'll either do that in DMs, or you'll have your own chat channel, which is just going to be you, the bot, and then obviously admins like me. So you can go in there and ask it wherever you want. Um, yeah. Of course. Yeah, if you guys find issues and bugs, you can also submit tickets on the GitHub for issues. Maybe issues is just a general term for everything, including solutions. I know it's called issues, but you can post solutions up there if you have solutions. If you edit the code and you make the code better, again, we take pull requests. So you can modify the bot and contribute it, and you will be publicly known. All contributions are public, so you can put that on your resume, your claim to fame. You will also achieve the champion status in the Discord if you volunteer. So all these people, 13 people, have contributed, right? They all have champion status right now, right? Champion status gives you a lot of the paid benefits. So if you don't want to pay or you don't have money to pay, then volunteer, all right? Volunteer and you'll get paid benefits. All right, that really, you guys, that's all I can do because I gotta run. So thank you guys again for all joining. The YouTube video I will be cutting up, so it's way shorter for people watching this after the fact. Again, ask your questions to Wonder. If you have questions, we have that Q&A at the beginning of December, so join into the Q&A if you have more questions. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.